afternoon, Pokésports. Welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a SHIINOTIC team. Now, I was watching Elite Provost, also known as Osirus, also known as one of the casters for the EUIC. I was watching their stream, and they were running this SHIINOTIC team, and I decided to steal it because I looked at the SHIINOTIC and I was interested. Unfortunately, they didn't get to bring it to many other battles on their stream, so we didn't get to see too much of SHIINOTIC. So hopefully we could see some of SHIINOTIC here today. I'm not going to try to force it into every situation, but if the situation comes up, or at least in one battle, I promise I'll at least show SHIINOTIC in one battle, or else I'll feel like I robbed you of the thumbnail and clickbaited you, but it's fine. I think, yeah, we'll try to bring SHIINOTIC to at least one battle here, and more if we can, to see what it does. Of course, everyone thinks of SHIINOTIC as the worst Among Us. You might be right. I mean, you're not wrong. But there are a few things that SHIINOTIC does that Among Us can't do. SHIINOTIC has things like Strength Sap, which is a very exclusive move found on very few Pokemon. Does still get Spore, does have a Fairy Stab, which is decent as well. Also does get Rain Dish, so it pairs well with the Ogre. Speaking of Ogre, this is a bulky Ogre with lefties. No Water Spout here. It's just straight up, hey, let me maybe set Calm Mind up after getting a couple of Steel Spikes from this Escavalier in Trick Room, and hopefully get some Origin Pulses connecting. Now, speaking of Escavalier, everyone forgets this Pokemon. It's one of the best Trick Room abusers in the game, and it has one of the best abilities in the game. Most underrated abilities in the game. Overcoat's pretty darn good, guys. Overcoat means you can't get Spore, you can't get Sleep Powdered, so Venusaur can't really do much to you. I mean, it can do Weather Ball, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, if you got Rain Up, you're fine. Along with that, we do have Redirection in the form of Indeedee, we have Fake Out in the form of Incin, and we have Trick Room in the form of Lunala. So let's see how well this does. If you guys are excited to see SHIINOTIC here on the channel, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. Let's get on to today's battles. Calyrex Ice and Ogre. Okay, unfortunately, their team kind of wants to be in Trick Room too. A little unfortunate because our team kind of also wants that, so it's going to be a little bit awkward with how we set Trick Room up and what we decide to do there. But ironically, I do think SHIINOTIC's a pretty decent matchup here. We just have to really worry about the Zapdos and the Calyrex Ice. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. Speaking of Zapdos and Calyrex Ice, I think I'd want to lead Lunala and Ogre here. Do I, though? I might. Maybe I do Lunala Incin. Just like really lean in on the possibility of a Calyrex lead, but I just don't think they lead Calyrex. So that's why I'm kind of not too worried about it. I honestly think they lead Ogre and Zapdos, maybe. If that's the case, I guess I should just go SHIINOTIC. Yeah. Honestly. Let's go Lunala, let's go SHIINOTIC, let's go Ogre in the back, and let's go Escavalier in the back. I think that's a pretty good floor for this game. Like I said, in the beginning of this video, I will try to bring SHIINOTIC to every battle, and this might be one of the battles. So hey, that's pretty good. This is actually a pretty decent battle to bring SHIINOTIC. Of course, we don't get the guaranteed Trick Room that I guess not guaranteed Trick Room, but the more guaranteed Trick Room that we would be getting if we brought the Indeedee in the lead. Okay, I got their lead prediction right, which is good news for us. It could be some bad news here. I do think I just Wide Guard and Giga Drain. Is that fine? Is that am I in trouble here? I think just Wide Guard is fine. Maybe Spore Zapdos. Oh yeah, Wide Guard Spore Zapdos. Because I do have Sash, so as long as I protect myself from this Ogre, I should be theoretically okay. Please don't Dynamax over and go for Hailstorm. Oh, something's swapping. That means something's sleeping. Perfect. Amazing. That is honestly amazing. That is not amazing. Why does Porygon 2 always trace the dumbest things when it's against me? It just traced my stupid Shadow Shield. Are you kidding me? Oh boy. I now have to deal with a Porygon 2 that has a Shadow Shield. At least it's going to be asleep. Hi, Ogre. You're large now. Unfortunately, this means that my Wide Guard meant nothing. It does mean that they just burn their Dynamax, though. This is definitely Hailstorm, right? Lightning. I'm sad now. Nothing's going to sleep. Nothing is good in the world. My life is awful right now. SHIINOTIC, you're kind of a garbage mod. Okay. Man. Why me? Alright, I guess we're gonna get drained. Hailstorm. Wow. It's okay, we're gonna get big Giga Drain damage. We took that hailstorm relatively well. I didn't break Sash. So I will live after this turn. Not sure what that means or what it does for us, but I will live. Foul play into my Lunala is gonna do a lot of damage. But we miraculously got Trick Room up, folks. We did it. We're playing the video game. Can I change the terrain? No, I can't. Indeed I could. Okay, so we pretty much just get Trick Room for this one turn. And then we did just break the Shadow Shield on the Porygon 2 for whatever it's worth. Well, like I said, the terrain is the terrain we don't want it to be, so we're just gonna have to... I'm gonna ignore the P2, because, like, what am I gaining by hitting it right now? Nothing, that's what. I could go for a Strength Sap somewhere here, just to get my health back on SHIINOTIC, but I guess Giga Drain accomplishes the same thing. This is where I Dynamax SHIINOTIC? No. I am not that crazy. I don't think that was the purpose of the SHIINOTIC on this team. Foul play again. Yeah. Bye, Lunala. They didn't Trick Room, though. So they're going to let me play in the Trick Room. So that might be good. And they Geyser, so I might honestly live this. No, I don't, because it's an Ogre. Okay, cool. SHIINOTIC, please. I'm trying to make a case for you. You're not helping me. That's fine. Now what do we do? I guess we have our own Ogre. We have a Escavalier now, so it's not the end of the world. It's just not a great place to be. Do I double down this P2 because P2 can stop the Trick Room? I think so. I also think that maybe I set up the tankiest Ogre in the land and let them undo Trick Room if they want. I'm just gonna Combine spam, Dynamax, and Max Steel Spike spam. Is that smart? Should I just be attacking here? Does getting tanky do anything for me? It could. It definitely could. So I'll do this instead. I'll max Flutterby. Because by max Flutterby, I lower the Ogre's special attack. And also lower the Porygon 2 special attack, even though I do think it's just mainly Foul Play and Eerie Impulse, so my Ogre's about to be low special attack anyway, which is kind of why I have to Calm Mind. I have to Calm Mind. Like, I have to try to fight back while I'm getting Eerie Impulse spammed until the end of the game. And this is also Stab. So, I mean, hey, take it for what it is. It's Stab. It's a pretty high damage output here on Max Flutterby. Honestly, that's damage. One more and that P2 is done. Now I got the negative special attack drop onto the Ogre as well. There is their Eerie Impulse. I complained about it, but I play Thunderous, the Eerie Impulse spam thing, so. They have Scald. Are they fishing for burns, dude? Okay, they don't get it, thankfully. Here's my Calm Mind. All right, so if I knock out the P2 this turn, I go back up to neutral and +2 special defense, which honestly I'll take at this point. But I still have their whole team to KO. I still have to find a way to sweep their whole team. I still don't know how I'm going to do it. But if I can get their Ogre nice and weak, that's nice. The good news about my Ogre is that my Ogre actually has a little bit of speed, right? So since I have a little bit of speed, I can maybe deal with the slower mons they have in the back. Thankfully, we do knock out the P2. Thank goodness, which means our Calm Mind will put us right back up to neutral. And we have successfully averted the Eerie Impulses. Please stop fishing for burns. Doesn't get it. Amazing. Honestly, if their goal here is to fish for burns, then that means that they've given up on their ogre. We're now +2 special defense. Regular special attack, which means we should be able to deal with the Zapdos in the back. Did I just lose Trick Room or was that Electric Terrain? I believe that was Electric Terrain, which means Trick Room should be up next turn. Which means I get one more turn to do something with this Escavalier. Zapdos coming in. I think I Ice Beam Zapdos. And I think I Flutter by the Ogre. Oh, I almost messed that up. Okay, Flutter by Ogre. Got it. Okay, this is the last turn of our Trick Room, last turn of our Dynamax. So honestly, if they get a burn here, ooh, so low. Okay, it's fine. If they get a burn here, we're fine. We lower the special attack on the Zapdos. Honestly, we might be able to squeeze this one out, depending on what they have. Ice Beam now into the Zapdos spot. Let's see some damage, folks. That's good enough for me. Good enough for me. Oh, that's amazing enough for me. Listen, I take him where I can get him. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, they don't have a Zapdos now, so this should theoretically be a double KO for us. If we just go for Origin and we go for... I'm going to Razor Shell. Or I guess I could just Iron Head the Ogre. I'm just going to Iron Head the Ogre. The reason being, their Zapdos... If I miss the Origin Pulse, yeah, we'll still be frozen, so... Lol. Here's an Origin now. Issue is, if they have Calyrex Ice in the back, my Ogre might still be in some danger. Even through all those skulls, they weren't able to burn me either, man. That's good. That is... I can't ask for anything more. The game is really trying to help me. These two Pokemon are making their comeback right now. It's 2v1. Please be a special attacker. Please don't be Gastrodon. You could be Gastrodon, honestly. I'd be fine with Gastrodon, but they would have brought it in 1,000 times ago. Okay, it is the Calyrex. My Ogre can outspeed it. My Escavalier cannot. Do I want to break the weakness policy? Or do I try to go for some other moves first? This Megahorn, it is super effective. It is my highest damage output. It's probably going to be what I click. Wish me luck. I've been very lucky this game. I've been very lucky this game. I do connect with the Origin Pulse. Single targeted Origin Pulse, gonna hurt a lot. They do go for the Glacial Lance here, which might be a mistake. Because I think we both take that well. Oh, Escavalier does not take another one. Connect, connect. Does connect. We won the game! Yo. GG's. Honestly, yeah, we got the freeze, but we were +2 special defense and they were -1. So a Thunderbolt wouldn't have done much. Regardless, wow. Yikes. Okay, Yveltalzation. Those are like the two Pokemon you don't want to see if you're this team. Because Zacian can one-shot Shiinotic and Lunala can one-shot... Not Lunala. Yveltal can one-shot Lunala. Which is a little problematic. No matter what we do, we have to bring Lunala, we have to bring in DD. That's a given, right? We can't decide to do anything else. This might be one of the games where we don't bring Shiinotic just because it, like I said, it makes literally no sense. What does Shiinotic hit on this team? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And the other unfortunate thing is that if we do get Trick Room up, they have a Mungus. They also have forms of stopping our Trick Room. So this is gonna be a hard battle. I mean, like, honestly, Orion, my friend, it's like they literally saw Lee's stream today and were like, I'm gonna make a team to hard counter that team. And that's what we got as our battle today. So hey, let's see what happens. I already am starting this battle off negative, and I'm starting this battle off not very confident. That I will say, not confident in the slightest, as they lead with the Thunderous and the Evil Paul. That makes me sad, but hey, we might get Trick Room up, which could be nice. We might have no choice but to get Trick Room up, honestly. I don't want to burn Dynamax, and I don't want to, like, I gotta save Dynamax for my Escavalier, and I have to hope that Escavalier can somehow win the game in 3 turns. Anyway, yeah, we Trick Room. And we follow me here. We try not to overthink this. The second we start overthinking is the second we start losing. They withdraw the Thunderous. They're gonna go into the Amoonguss. Wow, shocker. P2. I guess that also does make sense, huh? They take my Psychic Surge. I guess that's better than Shadow Shield. That is a lot better than Shadow Shield. They're gonna Dynamax their big old bird. This is unfortunate because they can set Trick Room or undo the Trick Room that I've already set themselves. And if this is Life Orb Yveltal, then we are gonna be in a recipe for disaster. Let's see how this goes. That was a very smart switch in for them. And it was also very smart that they brought the Duck to begin with. Max Darkness, okay. Question is it Life Orb? Oh wait, this is fine, maybe? This is maybe fine. It does mean I have to throw everything I have into this Duck next turn. Oh, it's Life Orb. Oh my goodness. That is like worst case scenario. That is so bad. Ah, why are you Life Orb? Okay, let's stay positive. I could go into Escavalier and throw literally everything I have into this Yveltal, but the Yveltal is going to protect 100% of the time, right? It just protects and undoes Trick Room. No, but that wastes the Dynamax turn for them. They want to burn me. They want to light me on fire. They want to make me pay for what I just did. So what do I do? Seal Spike? It's my only play. We throw everything we have into this Yveltal. Of course, I know that, hey, Kevin, you could probably switch an Ogre, but they just set the... that'll help me live 1 turn. And honestly, if they undo Trick Room, then I probably don't even want to Escavalier alive anymore anyway. I probably want to just bring an Ogre and hopefully just prosper that way. Let's see what happens, man. Let's just see what happens. Big Escavalier. I gave you a lot of praise in the beginning of this video. You better live up to that praise. Max Steel Spike. They don't protect, so that's good news. That does absolutely no damage. Oh no, we're in danger. We are in so much danger. Eerie Impulse. They don't undo... Oh. Really? Unfortunately, this is only going to be a -1 Meteor Beam, so it's still not going to knock out unless we crit. But even if we crit, it's not going to knock out. I guess they feared the Meteor Beam like enough there to go for the Eerie Impulse. Interesting. And then there's the Flare. And no Assault Vest in the world. Okay. Gotta say, didn't expect that. I did not expect. I'm gonna Trick Room the Trick Room because they definitely Trick Room this turn. I guess I just do it again, right? I mean, at this point, I'm just chipping away the Yveltal. I'm gonna attempt to Trick Room the Trick Room. Or, I mean, worst case scenario, I bring an Ogre. And Ogre has a little bit of speed in it. It has base 140. It's not like the fastest Ogre in the world, but still fast-ish. It's definitely slower than their Thunderous in the back, so I might want to make sure that the Ogre stays in Trick Room. Now that's actual damage. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I could have actually doubled in there and been fine. Okay. Oh well. Max Darkness. They're gonna take out my Yveltal. Unfortunate. But it means my Escavalier stays alive for one more turn, but they're definitely undoing Trick Room now. They have to undo Trick Room because the Evital just outsped the P2. Oh, come on, Tom. All right, there's the final turn of our beautiful room. I'll bring an Ogre and see what happens. Like, what do I got to lose, right? What do I have to lose? And hey, now that they're not Dynamax, they can miss a Heat Wave. We're also in the rain. We're also still Assault Vested, I guess. No matter what, the Yveltal goes down on its own accord this turn. That's a lie. It can go for that other move, Oblivion Wing. Into my Ogre. That would be its option. What do I do about it? Good Geyser. But I think getting a Steel Spike boost on my Ogre makes more sense, especially since I'm worried about that Thundurus in the back. We outspeed everything, ironically. Thanks for undoing my Trick Room, Tom. Nice, okay. That's something. That is definitely something. That I will take. Eerie Impulse on my Ogre. That I don't like. That we need to do something about that. But hey, my Escavalier lives to fight another day? Question mark. That P2 is gonna go down hopefully next turn. Well, we'll see. They still have a whole Zacian in the back, so this still is over for the most part. I still don't think there's much that we can do against this team. This team is just literally counter my team.jpg. Hello, Zacian. We could always crit it. We do have +1 defense, and we have +3 defense on my Escavalier now. Of course, they have a move called Sacred Sword, which ignores that. But hey, if I don't have faith, who will? Origin Pulse. Drill Run. That has a high crit chance, right? Yeah, you bet it does. Drill Run, baby. Wish me luck. There's a Sacred Sword onto my Escavalier. So much for having defense at all. But I get a -2 Origin Pulse here. Not bad. I could crit this. I don't crit this. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we don't do nothing here. We don't do a single thing anymore. Weather disappears too. Wait. Did it not say weather? I guess terrain disappeared. Whatever. Freezation maybe. What can I do? There's just nothing left here. They go for the Sacred. It's gonna do a lot of damage onto my Ogre because it ignores defensive stats because they thought it was a good idea to give that Pokemon that move. Do we get the freeze? No. We just get, come on. You don't have to Eerie Impulse me again. That's just unnecessary. I don't know what your name is, Orion. I told you to go easy on me. I can't believe you didn't. This is making me disappointed, but hey, let's just Origin Pulse again. And even if we brought SHIINOTIC, there's nothing SHIINOTIC could have done in this situation, I think, too. Sacred Sword will be enough to knock out Ogre. Unfortunately, going to take a loss here, but that's just one of the weaknesses this team has that I feel. Like, Yveltal just, like, at first glance, it was a little rough to just look at it and just realize that it deals with everything I have. Dialgazation. Now, this is definitely a difficult game to make a case for SHIINOTIC, but maybe. I will try. Let's see. Let's actually look at what we're dealing with. We do have they do have some slow Pokemon, specifically the Amoonguss. They have 2 potential Trick Room setters in the Porygon and the Dialga. They also have a Zacian. So I'm wondering if we even bother with saying the Trick Room, or if this is just like an Indeed Kyogre type of game, because fortunately enough, they don't have a lot of spread moves. They really only have the Landorus. So maybe Indeed Ogre. We sit here, we set up some Calm Minds in the back, we run a Lunala Escavalier. Yeah, this is not looking like a SHIINOTIC game. I just can't justify it against double steel types. And honestly, Dialga and Zacian as a core is actually decent. Like, you don't, like, of course you take the most broke typing in the game and you double it, you just get 2 broken types, you know? It's It makes sense, I guess. I don't even care about their ground weakness. Especially since one doesn't even have a fire weakness. They lead P2 and Dialga. So they went super hard on the fact that I was going to lead with Trick Room, but no. Not immediately. I am a little bit concerned about Eerie Impulse P2, obviously, as I feel like I should be. But I think my goal here has to be, hey, Kevin. Tracing what? Drizzle. Okay, fine. I mean, honestly, you could trace anything here. Doesn't actually make a big difference depending on what they trace here. Do we Expanding Force just for some damage, or we follow me? I think we follow me right away. Or we just try to get set up first. At least one Calm Mind. I want to get at least one Calm Mind off before I Dynamax and start smacking this P2 around. Dialga can't do much against. Hopefully Dialga doesn't have a Max Lightning. They typically don't. They'll carry Max Hail before they'll carry Max Lightning. I'm assuming he's just gonna sit here and try to Max Quake and raise its special defense. And honestly, if he's gonna keep doing that, then I'm just gonna keep redirecting and keep Calm Minding. So waste your Dynamax turns. Be my guest. I'll save mine for later. Yep, there's a Max Quake. I can take another one if they don't foul play here. It really just depends on what they decide to do. Also, we learned that their Dialga is faster than my Ogre. Oh, cool. It's good information to have, especially for later on. So they're like not min speed Dialga. They're just like honestly probably just regular Dialga, because I do have some speed investment. They do foul play. We eat that up though. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about Eerie Impulse, which is why this turn I'm going to... What should I do? I'm going to follow me again. And take a Geyser Shot into this P2. I think Dynamaxing Ogre is definitely the play. As long as I can take out this P2, I should be okay. Like I said, the majority of their team is special, right? And since the majority of their team is special, the +1 special defense will help us. Of course, they also do have +1 special defense on their side. And I did say I was going to keep Calm Mind spamming, but if they're going for Eerie Impulse this turn, and I don't take the shot on P2, then I'm definitely going to be screwed for the end game. Then I have to take 2 Eerie Impulses to the face, and I don't want to do that either. Alright, I was just gonna Max Quake again. They're gonna be +2, unfortunately, because they're faster. I just gotta pray that they go for a Trick Room. That would help me a lot. Or they just decide, hey, let's Eerie Impulse. Or let's foul play. I'll take a foul play. Honestly, I would prefer foul play here. I guess decent damage. They're +2 though. Oh, okay. Fine by me. Absolutely fine by me. Do we Trick Room? Do we Trick Room? Yes. Absolutely. Do we though? Can we though? Can we afford it? I think we should. We Trick Room. And we keep Geysering. Yeah, we just keep Geysering the P2. P2 is gonna be forced to Trick Room our Trick Room, because there's just no other option for them. They go for the Quake. Is this gonna be into my Ogre or my Lunala? It is into the Lunala. Oh, so that means they're gonna foul play and just let me Trick Room? Interesting. They have 3 special defense raises. That's super unfortunate, but hey, what else does Dialga do? All right, P2's very close to death. Oh, they did Trick Room my Trick Room. Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine. We forced you onto it, so that's super cool. If you can just keep doing that for the rest of the game, I'm fine. because I still don't think that Dialga is going to be able to knock out my Ogre. So like, as long as the Ogre's on the field, the Dialga's on the field, it's just going to be a stalemate. At least in the back, I do have a Escavalier. I'm going to try to trick him again. Or should I? Honestly, I don't even think I have to. I'm just going to go for the Moonguy's Beam and go for the Geyser onto P2. No matter what, I want P2 dead. P2 dies, it doesn't Area Impulse me, which means I get to keep my stats. Then Dynamax is essentially done for both sides of the field now. Unfortunately, I do have... I am down one Pokemon, but we should be able to match it after this turn. So which essentially means that their Dynamax was used to knock out an Indeedee, and my Dynamax was used to knock out a P2. They go for the Roar of Time, so they're just not going to attack next turn, and they do knock me out. Okay, well, that's where Escavalier is going to go into with his lovely Drill Run. And we knock out their P2. Unfortunately, Lunala is not able to do anything again. I mean, Lunala has been like low-key not a great Pokemon in these 3 battles today. Just notorious for not getting it done when it needs to get done, you know? Oh well, Lunala tried its best. I did want to try out the Lunala Ogre lineup because that's a lineup that is a little less common. As they go in with the Zaish. With the big Zacian. Can I take one hit from the Zacian? Probably. I am very, very, very defensive on this Ogre. Got a lot of HP and stuff. I got a Drill Run on this Dialga. And I got to go for the Origin. Yeah. +1 Origin Pulse should still hurt. We're still in the rain too. They go for the Play Rough. We don't dodge, unfortunately, but we are able to eat it up. Oh, please. Who avoided? Don't be Zacian. Don't be Zacian. Don't be Zacian. I can't read that name. Oh, my goodness. I'm sad. Kevin is sad. Origin Pulse. Why you gotta do me like this, man? Rain stops too. Oh, my goodness. It would have been real nice to hit there, you know? It would have been real nice. I got one thing left to win this game. It's not looking promising. It is not looking There's one thing left to do, and that's to crit a Drill Run and hope it's enough to knock out a Zacian and then protect. That's the only thing left. That's so annoying. Origin Pulse. I don't understand how anyone top cuts tournaments with Kyogre or Groudon. I can't have a single 3 games without missing an Origin Pulse. I can't. Steel Beam? You're gonna knock yourself out? That did do a lot of damage, but what? Interesting. Drill Run does connect. Does not crit though. I need a double protect here, and I need a Drill Run crit. That's the only way I win. Because if they're gonna keep going to my Ogre, like, what choice do I have? Don't have Incin. Did they have Incin? I feel like this kind of team would have Incin. Amoonguss. Amoongi. Oh, Amoonguss can't sleep, but it can... Does Overcoat ignore Rage Powder too? It should, right? I think that might be how it works. I'm gonna Drill Run again. I'm gonna try. And I have to double protect. There's no other play. I don't get it. Dang. They do go for the Rage Powder. Let's see if Overcoat ignores it. Behemoth Blade will knock out my Ogre. I should have attacked. I never in my wildest dreams would I imagine I lived that. Overcoat does ignore Rage Powder. We don't knock out Zacian, man. Okay, I'm about to do something crazy. They predict my Ogre to protect, so they're gonna go Escavalier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to Drill Run again. And Origin Pulse. Yes. Let's try that. I could theoretically still win this if I knock out the Zacian, dude. I feel like the Escavalier versus Amoonguss matchup, I win it. Because they can't sleep me. They can't do damage to me. Because they, what, have Giga Drain it or Pollen Puff? Like, I don't care. They could have Foul Play. That would honestly hurt a lot, but we'll see. No matter what, I gotta go for the Zacian. They got to make a play here. Unfortunately, I can't protect with my Escavalier. I would honestly prefer if they had knocked out my Ogre. Because I think the Escavalier for Among Us matchup, they switched to Escavalier. Dang. I live it, though. Are you kidding me? Is that at least on Zacian? Thank goodness. Oh, my goodness. He's stressing me out, man. All right, what does Among Us do? Pollen Puff. Yes! Hanging in there! We're hanging in there! Drill run! Okay. Okay, we got this. Among Us does unfortunately outspeed us, though, so that's kind of sad. It means that we will lose our Escavalier this turn. I'm going to try not to. Hopefully they go for my Ogre, but at the same time, 2 Ice Beams going to hurt. 2 Ice Beams will definitely hurt an Among Us. Want to a KO. Oh, okay. Fine. Yikes. A lot more than 2-hit KO. Oh, that was a battle for sure. But hey, we got 2 wins in today's episode, which is honestly 2 more wins than I thought we were going to get. GG's. And here you have the rental code for the SHIINOTIC team. Fortunately, we couldn't bring it in every battle, but we did bring it in some, and it did do maybe something in some of them. But honestly, this team was a lot of fun. Of course, there are some severe weaknesses that I mean, I will point out to you guys. One being Yveltal, one being Urshifu was what I had the most trouble with, at least today. They were a little rough to play against, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, there just isn't much that this team can do to them. There's no electric moves, there's no rock moves. It just kind of falls to those 2 Pokemon specifically. But hey, all in all, very fun team. Oh, I guess there is a rock move on Lunala, but at the same time, Lunala can't attack a Yveltal until Yveltal one-shots it through Shadow Shield. But back to what I was saying. Really fun team. Grab it while it's out. I have no idea how long Osirus is going to keep it out for. Also, make sure to check out Osirus, great content creator, if you guys don't already know who he is. We'll leave a link, obviously, down below in the description next to the rental code and the Poke Paste. If you guys enjoyed today's video and you enjoyed seeing SHIINOTIC on the channel, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. And with that said, have a great night. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. Peace out. Bye.